Pregnant Family. So today I am going to be sharing with you guys how I told some of my family and friends that I am expecting. If you don't know, last Monday I shared with you guys the video of me telling my husband that I'm pregnant. I want to start off with when we told our families because that was the most exciting for us. Now this is the first grandchild on my side of the family and it is the fourth on Matt's side of the family. So what we did is we had a Christmas party. I was telling them I wanted to take a group picture, and because I was using my camera, I needed to focus it. Instead, I was really recording, and what I did was I counted down to 3, and on 3 I said, say Bethany's pregnant, and this is the reaction. 1, 2, say Bethany's pregnant.
What?
I was like,
I knew. What did you want
yeah, you guys keep bugging us. It's come up like 1,000. Really?
Yeah, I'm 9 weeks.
No wonder why she needs someone.
The next reaction I'm going to share with you guys is of one of my sisters. So I had really bad morning sickness in the beginning and a lot of vomiting, and I needed help one day. Matt was off at work and I just needed somebody to come bring me food. I couldn't drive. I felt too sick. So I asked her to come over and I told her. Now I didn't tell my other sister beforehand because my other sister works overnight and she sleeps during the day. So I knew I couldn't get her help and I wanted to surprise as many people as I could on Christmas Day. So I didn't tell her and I told my sister Rebecca, and this was her reaction.
She's okay, on the count 3. 1, 2, say Bethany's pregnant.
Really? Are you kidding? Are you scared?
I'm vomiting all the time.
Do you know for sure?
I'm 7 weeks. And 2 days.
How did you tell mom and dad yet?
I meant to tell them on Christmas, but I'm vomiting all the time, so I wanted to tell you so somebody can help me before then.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna put this right here.
The next reaction you're going to see is the funniest to me and not for reasons you would think. So when I told my sister, she was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep this from Chris for so long, Bethany. I'll try, but I don't think I'll be able to. Chris is her husband. So what we ended up doing, we were trying to convince him to come over the house after work, and he works in downtown. I don't live anywhere near downtown Chicago. So we were trying to convince him to come over and he was like, no. Becca was like, forget it. I had a surprise for you. Just forget it. So what ended up happening is I ended up FaceTiming them or Facebook messaging them later on during the day, and I showed him the pregnancy test. I, on a piece of paper, wrote Uncle Chris so that he wouldn't think the pregnancy test belonged to Becca because Becca told him she had a surprise. Well, Chris didn't pick up on that and thought that I was showing him Becca's pregnancy test and that she was saying he was the uncle, and then he was saying that it was gross. You're gonna see what happens, but he just thought it was Becca's sick and twisted way of saying that she's pregnant and he's the uncle of the child.
Uncle Chris, that is disgusting. Oh, it's Uncle Chris. Oh shit. Congratulations. Congrats, brother.
Becca, that's why I put Uncle Chris, because if I would have just showed him this, he would have thought it was yours.
So he still thought it was mine. Like, why is he reacting that way? God.
Congrats. It's huge.
Next up, I really like this one. So this is actually the last time we told people and recorded it. My mother threw a get together with some of our family, our uncles, aunts, and some of our cousins. And what we did is we played telephone, and my mom started it off by saying Ray and Carmen are going to be grandparents. And so you're going to see new under some of the people, and those were people who knew prior to us playing telephone. So when you don't see that, it's kind of obvious because you can see reactions versus people who kind of already knew.
Sweet message. Honor of Valentine's Day. It's February 14th.
What happened?
What?
What? Hey, keep going.
Keep going. Something
seems
about
long.
Keep going.
Keep going.
So she tell me so that I can still.
Wait. No, keep going.
Keep going. Let it go.
You turned 13. That's how old that is.
Seems long.
Keep going, Natalia. Oh, mommy. To your mother. What? You guys are too great.
Just let it go through everybody.
Oh, I just-
Yeah. Let it go through.
Wait a minute. I already know.
Oh, hold on. You gotta wait.
Is it true?
What Philip said is true.
Go get it from Phil.
You're young. How do you know what?
You can't repeat it.
I missed it.
Here, I'll tell them. Watch out. Watch out.
Not right. Not right. Carmen and Ray are gonna get married.
Is that what she said?
Carmen and Ray are gonna be grandparents.
So now I'm going to share with you guys the first person that I told, my best friend from high school, Carmen. So Carmen already has 3 children, and Matt said I could tell her. So what I did is I showed her the Flavor Flav video, and I kind of did it the same way that I showed Matt. I was like, oh, did you see this viral video from Flavor Flav? It's really funny. And this is what happened.
Guess what, G? I got a prize cameo shout out for you, G. You need to know that, G. Hey, yo, guess what? I just gotta let you know the good news. Real good news, G. Yo, you are about to have a baby. Word up, G. You knocked your wife Bethany up, man.
No, for real? Are you
Let me tell you something.
Next up, I told a couple of my friends I was expecting, and one of these friends you guys will recognize if you watch my channel often. She's Deja. You guys have seen her a couple of times. I told them on New Year's Day. It had just turned New Year's Day, and you will see that somebody already guessed that I was expecting. 1, 2, 3. Say Bethany's pregnant.
You called it! You called it! What kind of shit? What did we walk into? What is this? The back of my head got real high. I be crying with it. I'm feeling red and like tingly. That school game is weak. And then she just gonna drop it over the crab leg.
So I have a friend who is like a sister to my sisters, and we grew up with her. She was over our house all the time growing up. Well, she lives in Las Vegas now. So my sister FaceTimed her. I think she just shook the camera anyway. My sister FaceTimed her, and she was like, oh, I have a friend who has really bad symptoms. Can you help her out? And you'll see this is what happened.
Hello.
Hi. I'm doing well. How are you?
Great.
Is right now a bad time?
I mean, I'm working, but I work from home, so it's okay.
Okay, can I tell you something real quickly? I need your help with something.
Yes,
Okay.
you tell me.
I have a friend who's really like dehydrated and nauseous right now, and I'm at her house, and I'm wondering if you have advice for her.
The final reaction I'm going to be sharing with you guys I thought was funny. So I have 2 best friends that I actually met at the place where Matt and I worked. I worked with these guys forever, and we ended up going bowling with them. And when I put in the names for everybody in bowling, I put mom and dad for Matt and I. And I was doing it, and one of my friends, Lazaric, he's like, Mom. And that's all he said. So then we bowled for about almost 10 minutes and nobody said anything. So I was like telling Matt, I was like, they haven't noticed, and then Matt goes, she wants you to look at the names, and then this is what happened.
I still don't get it.
Mom and Dad.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I'm pregnant. Yes.
Congratulations, definitely.
I found out 2 days before Thanksgiving. So when we had the Christmas party, I was pregnant. You don't start showing till your first.
Well, I didn't hear what.
So that's it for the reactions I'm going to be sharing with you guys. If you're expecting, please feel free to use some of these because I thought they were fun. Like, you go bowling, put a name, but make it a little bit more obvious. Matt was telling me I should have put Bethany, and then for his name is pregnant. That probably would have worked better than mom and dad. And the telephone idea is really fun, or like counting down to 3 in a picture. That's really fun. I just think it's a fun way to tell somebody you're expecting versus just saying, hey, I'm expecting. So thank you so much for watching this video. And if you guys have questions about my pregnancy, go ahead and leave them. I will do an update video, but I'll tell you guys this, I have yet to have an ultrasound. I ended up switching hospitals because the first hospital that I went for the first 2 months of my prenatal visits, it was kind of like janky. So I just switched over to another hospital and they're doing the ultrasound tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see the baby and I pray that it's healthy. So once I have the ultrasound done, I'll probably have more, you know, of an idea of how to answer people's questions. And yeah, hopefully too, they see something so I can find out the gender of the baby, and I'll let you guys know eventually. So thank you again so much for joining me on this next chapter of my life. Thank you so much for all the congratulations. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you guys. I kept it for so long and I knew people knew it and it was kind of obvious that I was pregnant. But like I said, I didn't want to say anything until I was past the safe mark and until I told people that I had to first in person so that they wouldn't find out via YouTube. But I really wanted to tell you guys because I completely see you guys like as extended family. And actually somebody wrote on my Instagram the other day that you guys are a bunch of like internet aunts and titis, and I thought that was like perfect because that is how I see you guys. So again, thank you for joining me. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye. I have to reach far.